Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Owen Ogletree, and this is Carrie Allen, also known as the Beer Wench. And we are beer writers in Georgia. We run the Classic City Brew Fest. We run the Atlanta Cask Ale tasting. I have a website called brewtopia.info. Carrie has a website called beerwench.info, so we'd love for you to check that out. And we were really excited a few days ago to be approached by our friend Andrew Wallace, who owns Chops and Hops in Watkinsville, just down the road from where we live. We're very fortunate to have a great beer gastropub like Chops and Hops so close. And with the current crazy COVID-19 things going on, Andrew had a great idea of, hey, we can't do a beer dinner, so let's do a beer dinner to go. So every week until things change, he's going to shoot to have a 4-course beer dinner, and each course is going to come with a can or a bottle of beer that Carrie and I pick out. Andrew has done the food, and he told us what he wanted to serve, and we picked some great Georgia beers. And as the weeks go on, we're going to try and have one good Athens beer in the batch, and the others are all going to be, well, everything's going to be Georgia beer, some of our favorites. So we're really excited about this. So you call Chops and Hops starting on Monday morning, April 13th. You have to call from 11 a.m. on, and try to call them and give them 24 hours notice so they'll have it ready for you the next day. And you just sign up, pay for it. It's $40 a person or $70 for a couple plus tax, which is a fantastic deal for what you're going to get here. This is great. And you pay in advance, and you show up at Chops and Hops at the allotted time the next day, and you get a bag of your beer, and you get a bag of your food, and you take it home. And you read the little menu, and you watch our video. You can watch it as you're eating, but I don't know. But you can watch it before you eat, just to get your appetite up and see what's going to be happening. Or you can just follow the menu and just pair each beer with each food item. And he's also going to do a wine option if you want to do that, but you'll have to talk to him about the wine stuff. Okay. So every week's going to be different. So we're going to run this week starting April 13th, and then the next Monday we'll have a whole new 4-course menu, each paired with a different beer than this week. And they're all going to be great Georgia beers, which is kind of cool. Now this is very limited. He can't sell 150 of these because he's only got a certain amount of beer. So if you are interested in this, and I hope you are, don't put it off too long. Okay, Carrie's going to tell you about the first course right here.
Hi guys. So this is actually how I got my start. I used to write a column for Southern Brew News called From the Beer Wench's Kitchen, where I talk to chefs and things about pairing food with beer and what flavors go with them. And this is one of my favorite things about beer, is that it goes with so many things. Our first course is actually a arugula mango crab salad. Yum. And we have paired it with a Brut Saison called Fuller's Earth from Beacon Brewing Company. They're a relatively new brewing company out of LaGrange, Georgia. We have heard some great things about them. They're getting very high reviews. The wonderful thing about the flavors is it's got a really light color. It's not a heavy beer at all. It pairs nicely with the salad. You get some orange peel, a little bit of lemongrass, a little bit of ginger coming through. It's got some fine carbonation, and it's a really soft and dry mouthfeel, so it's not a heavy beer. It's really good, almost an aperitif style beer, so it goes perfect with the salad. And it will bring out the sweetness of the mango and the earthiness of the greens that are in the salad, as well as the freshness of the crab. And it'll just blend everything really well together. And I can't wait to be able to dig into this.
Great. Isn't that beautiful?
It looks delicious.
Y'all see the can? All the Georgia breweries are going with cans, which is a far superior product to packaging product to bottles, in our opinion.
It's like a mini keg. No
Right.
air, no light.
No light, yeah. Okay, so for course number 2, we have a harissa goat cheese and herb tartlet, which sounds fantastic. It's got little cheese crumbles on top. You bite in there. You got your little dough on the outside. And, you know, with goat cheese, which has a kind of a complex farmhouse type note, we wanted to pick a beer with a little bit of Belgian character. And every week we're going to try to do an Athens beer, and this is Creature Comfort's turn right out of the gate, and we'll do the others later. This is actually a collaboration with Allagash Brewing Company, and this is their 2020 Get Comfortable Belgian style IPA. So it's got Topaz and Comet hops, which are fantastic. And it's made with Belgian yeast and a little bit of wheat to give it kind of a nice farmhousey, slightly funky, hoppy note. And I think that will go really well with a little tartlet, okay? So this is kind of a Belgian hybrid beer with an American IPA twist. Very, very hoppy. So can't wait to try that. I've had the beer on its own before, and it was fantastic. Okay.
So our third course, which I guess you'd consider to be the main course, is fried chicken with a lavender blackberry coulis with roasted root vegetables, which absolutely looks divine. I cannot wait to try this. And we are pairing it with a traditional German lager. This is a beer called Mystic Bock. It's from Arches Brewing Company, which is in Atlanta. This beer has a sweet malt forward character. It's very clean because it is a lager. You're not going to get a lot of those esters. What you get is those pure malt. It has hops to balance out the flavor, but it's not a hoppy beer at all. It is a little bit richer than the Saison and the Get Comfortable that we showed you just a second ago. It'll bring out some of that caramel toastiness from the fried chicken, as well as the earthiness in the root vegetables. And the lavender blackberry coulis will actually brighten up all that kind of malt caramel flavor and make it one complete dish. I can't even see how you couldn't have a beer with this dish.
Bocks are one of my favorite styles. They're both caramely and toasty, just like the chicken. So I think that's going to be really good. I can't wait for that. And lastly, this is going to also be very nice. We've got Chops and Hops New York Cheesecake with dark cherry compote. And that's hard to see, but it's a beautiful, everybody loves cheesecake.
I love cheesecake.
Get your Lipitor ready and you'll be fine. And, you know, I thought about what would be really good to drink with this other than an alcoholic beverage. And the first thing that came to my mind was latte or cappuccino. So what we did was we got our friends from Kennesaw, the Big Shanty. This is Burnt Hickory Brewing, and it's the Big Shanty Graham Cracker Stout. It's 9% alcohol, so it's going to be really rich and chocolatey and coffee-like to go with the rich, fruity cheesecake, which we think is going to be fantastic. And also, this has the beer has a little bit of honey and cinnamon and some graham crackers in there, kind of to make it a graham cracker stout. And, you know, graham crackers and cheesecake, that's going to be fantastic. So I think it's going to be like a nice, rich, sweet coffee with a beautiful, sweet, creamy dessert. So I hope you guys are excited as we are. So call Chops on Monday, starting at 11. And if the phone's busy or doesn't answer, call them right back. They're working on a skeleton crew, as you could imagine. And let them know when you're coming, and they will package this up for you, and you can take it home and have a fantastic beer dinner.
And I want to give a shout out to Ariel. She is the master chef in the kitchen that is actually coming up with all this wonderful food. She is an amazing chef, very creative. And so I'm looking forward to the weeks to come. This dinner looks fantastic, and I'm sure the future ones will as well.
Yeah, can't wait. Thanks for watching, and get with us next week, and we'll tell you what's on for next week. Thanks.
Thank you.